So today we're making a spicy meatloaf recipe. It's the best, guys. My family just loves it. So I adapted this recipe from the Nourishing Traditions book, which I highly recommend. I will include the link in the description box below if you'd like to check it out. So what we need for our meatloaf is 1 onion, 1 carrot, 1 stalk of celery. You saute them in about 4 tablespoons of butter for approximately 5 minutes or so. Then we'll get the meat part ready because it is a meatloaf after all, right? So then we'll need about 2 pounds of ground beef or any kind of red meat that you want to use or whatever meat you'd like. So 2 pounds of meat, about 4 tablespoons of tomato paste, and that's how I adapted the recipe. This is an actual mistake I made, but it turned out amazing. Okay, 1 egg, a tablespoon or a teaspoon of chili flakes. It's not going to be too hot. You can have a tablespoon if you'd like. A teaspoon of dried thyme. And here we go with a little bit of cracked pepper. You can use ground pepper if you have it already made, but I like to use freshly cracked pepper. About, again, a teaspoon of so. I just eyeballed it. I mean, you can measure it if you'd like, but it calls for a teaspoon of black pepper. And then also a teaspoon of sea salt. Mine is just pink because it's the Himalayan sea salt, but any kind of salt works. And there's 1.5 cups of breadcrumbs. Also, we'll use 1 cup of heavy cream. And I know it's heavy cream, but it's really amazing in the recipe. You can use normal milk if you'd like, but that's what I use. And then also, lastly, we use 1 tablespoon of fish sauce. Yep, so you can use fish sauce or you can omit this, but everything comes out really amazing, okay, in this recipe. Then we just add the sauteed vegetables. And what I personally do is I combine it by hand. Now, you can use a wooden spoon or whatever you like, but it's just working really well when you combine it by hand because there's so many ingredients in there and you just want it really well combined together and mixed, so you want all the flavors to mingle together, and it's like, you know, playing with a Play-Doh or yeah. But if you don't mind that, then you can combine it by hand or you can use a spoon. That's your choice. So now basically you're going to use ceramic dish or any kind of stainless steel oven-proof dish. What I'm doing, I'm putting a little bit of water so the meat won't stick to the dish, but you can put oil as well. After you form the loaf or the meat into a loaf, you just put it inside your prepared dish, which has to be oven-proof because we're going to put it in the oven. Just form it nicely into a loaf, and then afterwards you're gonna add a little bit of water, about 1 cup. Okay, that's how you do it, so then it wouldn't dry up. Okay, so you put half a cup of on each side of the meatloaf, and make sure that it's yeah, it looks like it's a lot of water, but make sure that it's there. Okay, I have homemade ketchup, but you can use any kind of ketchup, so it doesn't have to be homemade. I have it, so I'm going to use it up. Just put like a whole cup of it, or I kind of eyeballed it because it's homemade, so it's not too sweet. Just use a brush or use a spoon just to make sure that it's all covered in this ketchup glaze, which is going to turn really nice and crusty at the end of it. So yeah. Okay, so we're ready to pop it into the oven, which should be preheated if you'd like at 350 degrees. We're gonna keep it for 1.5 hours, and this is how it turns out afterwards. Okay, so it's nice and crusty, and when you slice it, it has a very nice color because of all the vegetables that we put inside, and also because of the tomato paste. So it's like an orange tint. But it's just amazing, you guys. I can assure you your family's gonna love it. and it's very soft. We just couldn't help it, but just to cut it right away. You're supposed to wait a little bit, let it set maybe for half an hour, but yeah, we love it and we just couldn't wait, and there it is. I hope you guys enjoy it as much as we do. If you have any questions or any comments, please leave them in the comment section below. Thanks for watching.